Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Reelmasters podcast. I'm Levi Lambright, and as always, I am joined by Israel Sandoval, Jeremiah Bruff, and Andre Cousin. How are you guys doing this week?
Pretty good.
I'm doing all right.
Not too bad, man. Living life. Made it through another week.
So we got a little bit unconventional recording situation here, so bear with us, audience. We've been trying for at least an hour and a half to get this going.
God, yeah.
We don't have it all the way perfect, but I think it's going to be a little bit better than last week. Each week we're just growing.
We're trying to grow.
So this week's movie is The Greeen Knight. But have you guys seen anything else of interest lately?
I started season 2 of Outer Banks. Well, started and almost finished it. I got one episode left. Dope season. I could even say it might be better than season 1. And I might even say that it might be my favorite original show on Netflix right now. Out of everything, might be the GOAT show.
That's tough.
And then I also saw Fast and Furious 9, which is what everybody thinks it is. It's ridiculous. But I've been a fan of it. I've watched all of them, so I might as well watch 9. I liked it. It was pretty dope. A lot of the people were OP. Vin Diesel, I'm convinced, could go one-on-one with Superman right now. But it was enjoyable. John Cena's in it. He was cool. Plays a Mexican. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll be there for Fast 10.
John Cena trying to get his filmography up.
Yeah.
Then Suicide Squad as well.
Yeah. And Suicide Squad. And I just seen another trailer that he's coming out, I think later this year. It's called like Vacation Friends. I don't know. Looks pretty funny. It's a comedy.
And he just came back to WWE, didn't he?
Yeah. Just came back to wrestling. Him and Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
I'm watching it. I'll be there for that.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
Well, I haven't watched. I've watched the second Lord of the Rings. I'm still yet to start the last one, whatever that's called, The Return of the King.
That means it's not that good.
Yes.
You might say it is, but that means it's not that good. You've waited that long to watch the third one. It's not that good.
People waited years originally, and I just haven't had time because I've been watching as well Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Beautiful.
And that's an anime from, I think, 1991.
Yeah.
It's growing on me. It's pretty out there though. But
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, I need to finish that too. I got about 15 episodes in, I think. About halfway.
But I've been watching that, and anything else? I watched the new episodes of Love Is Blind. They came back, and had to pop that back on for that 4-episode run. It was it's pretty good, you know. Shout out to Damien and Giannina, you know, best couple on TV, and I don't even know if that's their names, something like that.
Weren't they the ones that were fighting? Like,
yeah, but
he left her at the altar. I didn't watch it, but I saw like the first episode of the Return show, and
well, harder your love, harder you fight. That's what they say. So
she's about to fight old girl from Too Hot to Handle. Seen that?
yeah, Francesco.
I've seen what's her name, the Gianni girl, because I don't know her, but
She is an absolute idiot. She is the dumbest person ever. Literally, I hope she's not. Well, she's not listening to this. But if you are, you're the stupidest person I've ever heard of. Literally every single time she's on screen, we just have the most magical relationship. It's so beautiful. And then 5 minutes later, I hate you. So they're a mess. What about you, Dre? Anything new?
Well, this week was a really slow week for me. Just a whole lot of Olympics and football. We beat China by 1 in the overall gold count. Hype about that.
That's pretty cool.
Is it over?
Huh?
It wrapped up today, right? The Olympics.
Yeah.
And we won. Most gold or most overall?
Both. We beat China by 1 with the most gold, and then most overall, I think we won by like 20 or something.
Can we get a USA chant going for that?
USA. USA.
You okay? Got some two un-Americans here.
Do you believe in miracles?
Pulling for Uganda.
Okay,
Actually,
fucking
it means
No.
the Russian Olympic Committee. Because it's not really Russia, it's the Russian Olympic Committee. Two totally different things.
Those weren't the juicers though. Those people were innocent of that alleged conspiracy. Allegedly. I highly doubtful.
What do you guys think of the whole Simone Biles situation?
I didn't think anything of it as far as, I think the media way overplayed the hand of, she was some type, well, I don't know if the media in general, but there was some people that were saying, she was, choking on the grandest stage, or Michael Jordan want to do something like that. Look, you're under that amount of pressure. I'm making hats for a living, and I get anxiety from that. So I can't imagine being on that grand of a stage and, having that much pressure. So I think the people that were in the media trying to attack her for it I felt were in the wrong. I mean, she's already got 4 golds. What more do you want the lady to do?
I'm with you. I agree. I think I was telling Dre and Steven, I was like, man, she's 24. She's already the GOAT. Like, people are calling her the GOAT. And literally, the whole country was behind her. You're rooting for her. I don't want to say demanding, but, like, yes, like, demanding her to bring home gold and everything she did. Like, I can't think of anybody else, any other athlete that's been under that much pressure as she was. Because she's loved by everybody. I mean, if you don't like Simone Biles, then something's wrong with you, in my opinion.
You're racist if you don't like Simone Biles. Well, weren't they scoring her different too? They called it like the Simone Biles score or whatever.
I think that was the rumors, yeah.
Yeah, because what she was doing has never been done before, so she was in like her own category, which they had no like basis to measure it to her competitors.
Right. So they were giving everyone like or they weren't handicapping people, but they were like intentionally scoring her lower.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't generally like sports with judges, anyways, but that's for another time. But initially when I first heard about it, and like I said, I am a Simone Biles fan. Initially when I first heard, and one, I believe mental health is real, definitely 100%. She needs, if she didn't need to go, she needed to go. But initially my initial thoughts were, I thought back to, well, shit, it can't be harder than Jesse Owens running in Germany.
That is a good point.
And then my issue was, you can't walk around with, a goat on your jacket, a goat on your slides, and, somebody, I seen an interview where somebody asked her, like, why she was attempting what she was attempting. She looked at her like it was the dumbest question she ever heard, and was like, because I can. But yeah, all right, you can't have that type of confidence, talk that type of shit, and then go and quit. Now, listen to other gymnasts talk about, the twisties, kind of like, the yips or whatever. She couldn't, I guess one of the reasons why she quit or took herself out was because she was doing, I forget what routine it was, she was doing something, and, she spun more times than she was supposed to, so she launched herself in the air. So, she really could have, fell and broke her neck. And think about stuff like that, if you're not in the right headspace, then yeah, you probably shouldn't do it. And I don't know what's going on in Simone Biles' life, so.
Well, I remember,
Liz.
I think she had said that, with the crowds not being there, it was different. She didn't really have her family or her boyfriend there to support her, so, I think that's a big thing as well.
I also heard that, if we're just going to start the rumor mill, I heard from credible sources, Adam Scheffner, that she actually was being prescribed Ritalin or something for like some ADHD. And when she went over to Tokyo, the laws are different over there, so she couldn't get prescribed that medication. So she was having some withdrawals from not being able to have the meds. And that was essentially why she pulled out, or one of the reasoning for it. So, I mean, I don't know if that's the case or not, but, I mean, it sounds plausible.
Yeah. Well, she ended up coming back, though. After she pulled out, she came back and did the balance beam, I think, right? And got bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, nothing to scoff at.
yeah.
Listen, and that was one of the stages it makes her to do because she's not flipping and twisting and so much.
Right.
That she was like I guess like a floor routine or something like that. So.
Also, can I just say that I miss Allie Raisman? I miss her. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
The other GOAT gymnast. She was there 4 years ago. Not 4 years, 8 years ago.
She's probably too old now.
Probably. But still.
But aside from that, Jeremiah, any new movies on your movie list or shows?
No. Let me think. I watched that one movie with Chris Pratt. Oh, what is it? Tomorrow War?
Tomorrow War?
Yeah, that sucked.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, that sucked.
I don't agree, but okay.
I like Chris Pratt, but not his best.
And sorry to switch subjects again, but I just got a wave of inspiration from last week. I wanted to get your take on the whole franchise series
Give me
discussion.
that fast recap so I can remember.
So in my mind, and I'll just use it for an example.
God, oh God.
There are multiple Star Wars movies in the Star Wars universe.
All right.
There is the Star Wars franchise. But
Okay.
the main canonical Star Wars movies are only the numbered ones. Solo,
Okay.
Rogue One, not essential viewing. They're just extras. The sauce is the main numbers. And I guess the subject began because of Rocky, where I didn't say the Creed movies were a part of the main canonical Rocky movies because they're not labeled Rocky 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Balboa, an anomaly. We'll call that Rocky 6. But
I forgot about that shit.
if it was Rocky 7 with the semicolons Creed, then I guess it would be a part of it. But I feel like it's its own series. I feel like the Creed movies are the Creed movies, and the Rocky movies are the Rocky movies.
Yeah, but it's still in the same family, so it'd be the same franchise. Are you arguing it's not the same franchise, or
He's saying it's not.
it's not?
No, it's the same franchise.
No.
It's a different like timeline. Oh, not timeline, but it's a different like series.
So he's basically
within the
saying,
same franchise.
if he watched Creed 1, it's not. Yeah, you're saying it's not a part of the Rocky series.
I'm saying if you want more Rocky, watch the Creed movies. If you want
Yeah.
more story, watch the Creed movies. And if you like the Creed movies and you want more story, watch the Rocky movies. But they're two separate
No.
series.
But also,
within the same
if you
franchise.
follow Rocky, watch Creed because Rocky's in it and has a subplot.
Okay, so
in the
that's what I
movie.
was gonna say. So Rocky is in it. So
He's a main character.
it wouldn't be a Rocky movie, but it'd be in the same franchise.
His life continues in Creed.
So, Luke Skywalker's, well, spoilers, but Luke Skywalker's in The Mandalorian. Is The Mandalorian a part of the main Star Wars movies?
Well, yeah, because they said it's in.
Same universe.
It's canon. It's canon. So when they make the movie, they're now saying it's canon. So like the Star Wars series, Rogue One. I mean, Rogue One is a good exception because it's in between two movies.
So if you say to someone, you've watched Star Wars.
Okay, well this is a bad example because I don't like the new Star Wars movies, so I would not recommend anyone watch them.
So
So it's like I'm not gonna tell anyone to fucking watch that shit. But I would say, yeah, they're a Star Wars movie. And it even says Star Wars story.
But is it required viewing?
No, but I would say the last 3 weren't required viewing
So
either.
cut it. And I like The Mandalorian. And I like the Creed movies. I like the Creed movies better than the Rocky movies. I'll take the 2 Creed movies over... If I have to choose between the 2 Creed movies and all the Rocky movies, I think I might choose the Creed movies.
Let's change
But if you're-
subjects
but you're-
before I get pissed.
But it's the Rocky franchise with a Creed series. So it is the Rocky franchise. Like, it's the Rocky story. It's that canon.
Yes.
It's a different series. Rogue One would be like a different... Well, that's a movie, but you know what I'm saying? Like, Creed, they made 2. They might make a 3rd one. I don't know if they are or not. But, you know what I'm saying?
We talked about this last week. Levi was wrong, and he was trying to, let me get Jeremiah, try to be on my side.
So...
Take about breaking the button, and still can't get over that.
all I'm going to say is... All right, you know what? I was going to use an analogy. It wasn't going to
It
work.
wasn't going to work.
Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, my God. Let's change subjects, please, before this gets out of hand.
Okay.
I
Well-
think I agree with them, though. But we'll revisit
So
it
do you need to
sometime
watch the Hobbit movies to be a fan of the Lord of the Rings movies? Oh,
Yeah. If someone ever, if anyone ever said, I read all 3 books of the Lord of the Rings, and someone said, well, did you read The Hobbit? No, I didn't think I had to. No, you should, because it's literally the beginning of the story, right? And anyone's gonna say that. Like, I don't know anyone that'll say, don't read The Hobbit.
When
if you
you-
really love the Lord of the Rings, don't read The Hobbit.
When we watched Star Wars 4, 5, and 6, when episode 1 came out, did you say, no, I don't need to watch that?
Star Wars
Right?
is
It's
the
the same
bad
thing.
example, though. Star Wars is the bad example because it's like that's like a. It has made its own franchise, its own series. So like Rocky would be a better example. You know what I'm saying? Like, Star Wars has its own messed up chronology, chronology, whatever you call it.
I'm going to watch the Lord of the Rings movies and not watch the Hobbit.
That's rude. You'll want to watch the Hobbit.
Well, it's
after
the same thing as me watching
And I'll feel
Star
like...
Wars 4, 5, and 6.
But that's what I'm
without
saying.
watching
Like,
episode
if
1, 2,
you
and 3.
read all 3 books, and you're like, I really love that, you're gonna tell me the person that's read all of 4 books are like, you shouldn't read The Hobbit. It's not important if you loved it.
Levi, it's the same thing for me watching Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 and not watching episodes 1, 2, and 3.
But it's not required viewing to get the whole of the main...
It's the same thing.
That's true, but like
It's
an
not
example of
required, then
Rocky,
cut it.
you have Rocky
Episode
series.
1, 2, and 3 is not
you
required
have the
then
Creed
either.
series underneath.
It's
the
not required
Rockies.
then either.
1, 2, and 3 is definitely required.
Why? Because it's the beginning story, just like The Hobbit's the beginning story of Lord of the Rings.
Right.
I guess it's not then.
Let's change.
They numbered it wrong. Anywho.
They numbered it wrong.
Should we move on to the Green Knight?
We should.
I mean, I wanted to talk about some other stuff.
Oh, spit it.
I wanted to get your input on these NBA trades that's been going down in free agency. Because you said something that I didn't agree with. You said that the new Lakers team is going to be equivalent to the 04 Lakers.
And I stand by that. They are...
Gary Payton
With Gary Payton and Karl Malone.
They're old as shit. They don't have a bench.
But Russell Westbrook is not in the same time right now than Gary Payton. When Gary Payton went to LA, he was like 36, 38. And Karl Malone was like 41. Russ is 32 and in MVP talks every year.
He didn't make the All-Star team last year.
Did he average a triple
In the
double though?
East. Despite averaging a triple-double. Didn't make the All-Star team. In the East.
Probably hurt. I don't know. What do you think, Dre?
I think the Lakers lost his oldest shit. And I think they're in a struggle next year. 04, as far as 04 Lakers, I guess. No, unless you want to put like Dwight Howard as Karl Malone and Carmelo as freaking Gary Payton. That's about it.
So, then you believe they're going to win the championship then?
I believe they're contenders.
04 Lakers made it to the finals. They were contenders. And they lost.
I do not believe they'll win the championship. I don't know. Like, you got a bunch of old dudes. You got to get through an 82-game season. But yeah, I mean, hell, AD's not that old, and he can't make it through it. It wasn't even an 82-game season this year. What was it? 60-something?
But having Russ might give AD or LeBron some rest, though.
Would you take...
I mean, AD doesn't get hurt because he has to score. He gets hurt because his body's just prone to injuries.
True.
Would you have taken Russ, AD, and LeBron over Shaq and Kobe in their prime?
No, because Shaq's probably the most
Yeah.
dominant
Well,
player to ever
of
play.
course, I'm going to say no because I'm a Kobe guy. I'm biased.
So you're saying this team is worse than the 04 Lakers team?
I'm not saying you're comparing them. I guess I'm kind of wrong. I don't know.
I mean, that's hard because now you're talking about almost two different areas of basketball, right? Like,
Right.
how much would Shaq play right now? Because he can't guard at the 3-point line. Shaq can't play at the 3-point line. So how good would Shaq be in today's NBA?
What big man would be able to defend Shaq in today's NBA?
It doesn't matter when you run Shaq up and down the court. He gets tired. Whatever, get your 2 points. I'll shoot threes all day and make those.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that adding Russ by himself was better than 04 Lakers adding Gary Payton and Karl Malone. Because even though people want to call it, they added to get a super team, they really did nothing.
They
Yeah.
have a super team.
Karl Malone and Gary Payton they didn't add much to that Lakers team who went the year prior to the finals. They didn't add much.
Besides age.
Russ adds a lot to
So
these Lakers.
So you would take these Lakers over the 04 Lakers?
I don't think it's going to mix well. I don't think he's the point guard for that team.
I agree with that.
I don't know yet. At first, I was like, I don't see how it's going to mix, but it's LeBron. So, LeBron, I think, can play with anybody if he really wanted to.
Except for Dwayne Wade. Out of his prime. Dwayne Wade in Cleveland.
Like 15 days.
In IT.
And they still made it to the finals.
Was that it?
Not with Dwayne Wade, he got traded, but
Was Isaiah Thomas, did he make it to the finals with them?
I think he got traded too. I don't know.
I don't remember.
What's he doing nowadays?
He's a free agent.
I think he's trying to get back on a team. But, you guys ready to get green?
We can.
All right. Let me play a clip from this week's movie, which is The Greeen Knight.
Why do you stop me? I cannot tarry. What witchcraft is this? I know what I face.
If any man truly knew, he would bear shame happily and turn away to die. For in his soul is he so fit. His secret would be safe with me. I know this man.
No.
The Green Knight is a 2021 American epic medieval fantasy film by David Lowery, directed, and the screenplay was by said David Lowery, starring Dave Patel, Alicia Vikander, Joel Edgerton, and various other people, with a box office budget of $15 million and a runtime of 130 minutes. The Green Knight. What are some initial thoughts of this, I'll say, pretty divisive movie in most audiences?
I don't want to start.
Well, I will.
I'll start.
Oh, go ahead.
So, for this movie, I did not watch any previews. You know, I wanted to go in blind and see what was going to happen. Come to find out, came back to bite me in the ass. Because I didn't know for this movie, I need to take a freaking early Brit lit class to understand what the hell was going on the entire time. I've never read, what's it called? A poem called Sir Gawain and the Green Knight. Never read it, never heard of it. I mean,
But
I'm not really familiar with Arthurian tales.
not to cut you off though, but so you saw no trailers. It wasn't really advertised as that. Because I saw the trailer, and I didn't get that either. So you know what I mean.
Really?
It wasn't advertised as a King Arthur type of movie or whatever. So, I mean, I went in blind too, if you want to put it that way. Even though I did watch the trailer.
You know, I go into the movie thinking, The Green Knight, cool. It's gonna be, some action or whatever. Get to it. Old boy rolls up to the place. He's like, oh yeah, let's play the Christmas game. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll do it. I'll fight him. All right, yeah, he's about to bang. And then my man just puts down his freaking sword. I'm like, what the hell is this? Or his battle axe, whatever the hell it was. I'm like, what's going on? And then I don't know. It was a really long movie for me. To me, it was boring at times. Like I'm sitting in there, and for the most part, I'm thinking about planning my football practice for tomorrow. Just because I didn't understand what's going on. I think for a person not understanding the background, like, so you take this movie and I'll say Endgame just because there's a lot of backstory to Endgame, right? There's the whole lead up to it. You take this movie and Endgame and you know nothing about the history of either of them, this movie is really hard to watch and Endgame would be really easy to watch, I feel like. So, no, I did not enjoy this movie the most, but part of that's my fault. I should have, being a podcaster, I should have did my homework.
Go ahead, Levi.
I think you brought up some interesting points with, going in, not having any prior knowledge of the story, not seeing any trailers. I don't think you're in the wrong for going in completely blind. I think that's actually, it gives you an interesting perspective on it because I feel like kind of knowing a little bit about the story makes you more intrigued by everything going on, and also it kind of will give you a little bias towards, I already have some backstory on this. I'm gonna be more interested in what's going on. So, I mean, you just have like a completely, like, I'm watching this movie as a blank slate. Like, you're able to see the movie without any bias at all. So, I knew a little, I saw the trailers, and the trailer looked cool, so I inevitably just, like, read up on it a little bit, just to kind of see what was...
So you cheated.
I didn't cheat. I just wanted to see what the Green Knight was. So I read up a little bit and got a little bit backstory of okay, it's a Arthurian tale or whatever, and I just got the gist of it, but I didn't read the poem or anything like that. But I did see how it was being critically reviewed, and I kind of got the impression it was going to be like an artsy fartsy movie where it was going to, well, it be what it was, which it was a lot of lucid type of visuals, very like kind of trippy visuals, and the visuals were a very important part of the movie, more so than like understanding the entirety of like the story and backstories of characters and stuff like that. But also, I didn't know what like the theme was, like the overall like theme of the movie, what the story was like trying to convey. And by the end of the movie, I understood that, and I did like that aspect of it a lot, and I like the visuals too. But it was very long, and it was captivating in that the whole entire time in my mind I'm trying to figure out, what everything means, what all the symbolism means. So it's kind of like a mind exercise the whole time. But it's also, I'm looking at it as a piece of entertainment, as a movie, and it's like, did it live up to being an entertaining movie as much as a captivating work of art? And that's kind of where I'm torn on it. I don't know how to rate it, because I thought as a piece of art it was captivating, but as an entertainment piece, it lagged in a lot of segments. So that's kind of where I'm at.
All right, is it my turn?
Go ahead.
All right, I'm with Dre for the most part, but I mean, I can see what you're saying too, Levi. I saw the trailer; it looked dope to me. I kind of knew, I didn't read up on it or anything, but I could tell it wasn't gonna be no action. I kind of knew what it was gonna be. I don't know, man. I didn't care for it, but I didn't hate it. Like, it was intriguing. Let's see. I thought the actors were good. I thought the premise of the story was good. It was super long. Like, super long. Like, I just remember I checked my phone to see what time it was, and then it seemed like forever, and I checked again. I was like, dude, only 15 minutes has passed. I was like, what the heck? And then, like, the last 30, 40 minutes, I had to pee, so I'm like, wrap this up. Come on. I don't know, man. It's weird. I thought it was confusing to me. I'm not artsy, dude, whatever. I'm not in for mind fucks. I need to figure shit out. I mean, I like that at times, but not today. It was boring. It was confusing. There was some decent parts. The visuals was dope. I mean, I don't know. The main thing I liked was the actress, and it was Alicia Vikander. So every time she came on screen, I was intrigued. I wanted more of her.
What I still don't know which girl you're talking about.
Lady Belt.
Oh, okay, the wife.
Yeah.
The wife.
Okay.
And she also played two parts. She played the wife, and she played his girlfriend. It was the same actress.
Oh, yeah.
You said what?
You're talking about the wife, like when he's staying
Yeah,
in dude's
in the castle. It was the
So
same.
The weird part about that, like in the poem, 'cause I had to go back and do some research after the fact. That's actually supposed to be like his mom, I believe.
See, I don't know. I didn't read Sir Garwin.
I read this somewhere.
Yeah.
I got the Spark News version.
But yeah, so it was the same actress. And I was like, yeah, so whenever she came on screen, I was into it. But
Oh my gosh.
but I mean, I didn't care. I mean, so it was about this big journey he had to go on, and if I would have been like, if I would have cared about the end of it, I didn't care. Like, I found, okay, he has to go to this green temple or green chapel to face this Green Knight, whatever. I didn't care what was going to happen. So that's probably why I wasn't invested. I will say it was suspenseful to me a little bit because there was a lot of parts I was like, well, is this shit about to turn into a scary scene? Or I don't know what's going on here.
Some action, something.
Yeah. Like the old lady in the castle. Was she blind or what? Did she just like freaking having a bandana over her eyes and walking everywhere? Because she was creepy as hell too. I'm over thinking she's about to attack somebody.
That was his mom.
That was his mom?
I wasn't it?
I thought that was
The one that no. She blindfolded herself when she was summoning the Green Knight. Are you talking about? You talking about the old woman in the castle?
The old woman in the castle. I
with
thought
the
that
two
was
braids.
the girl's
That
mom.
wasn't his mom. I thought she was just a witch, like a seer, whatever you call
Or
them, when
was-
they bind themselves and they
I didn't like
can
that.
like look into the future and shit.
Or was the fox his mom? Seriously, because she was guiding him through the adventure, following him, watching him, making
Right.
sure he was going through all the obstacles.
And did his mom freaking make the Green Knight or what? Because she's over here doing this voodoo shit in the beginning.
Yeah, she summoned him, and to like as a test, like as in like.
Well, way to go,
push
Mom, you
down-
killed your son. Basically, right? Because her son's an idiot. Hey, I'm going to summon this big Green Knight to come play this game that's going to end up killing my son. Or, yeah.
Well,
Greatest mom in the world. Best mom award.
She gave him the little sash thing that wasn't going to kill him, right? Like, that was going to be to protect his little magic thing.
Right, but then that lady ended up giving it to him, too. Where the hell did you get that? Oh, I made it. Bullshit, my mom gave me this.
I told you in the phone that's supposed to be his mom. It's supposed to be the king's sister.
And then you said it when I texted you. That whole, I didn't need I didn't need to see this dude's cum. I did not need that part.
Yeah, that was a little gross.
What were your thoughts, Jerry?
I liked it, but I don't like that you ended on the cum stance, and now I have to say I fucking like that movie. So thanks for that, motherfucker.
5 out of
No,
5.
I want to say I loved it because I want to watch it again, but I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I liked the cinematography. I liked the establishing shots. I liked the story. I thought it was captivating. I liked the trippiness of it. I liked it. I liked the way they told the story too. You know, the movie did such a great job at building suspense while letting it crash down into nothing. Which I think it kind of wraps up what that story was about. Right? He's going
I can see that.
He's
Yeah.
going to this journey. He sees the Green Knight, and then it's almost in the poem it's a letdown, right? Because in the poem, he doesn't kill him. He swipes at him 3 times he swipes at him 3 times, and he lets him go. And it turns out to be Lord Beltrick, which was Joel Edgerton in the movie, the one that kissed him.
And he swiped him 3 times because he didn't honestly exchange winnings when they were hunting or whatever.
Right, he swiped him for each kiss that his wife gave Gawain.
Because he was supposed to do the same thing.
Yeah. But he didn't give him the belt, which was the last gift.
So in the poem, he never takes it off, and he lives out his life as it was portrayed when he was seen in, when his head just fell off.
Right.
And he lives a life as a coward with no honor.
Right.
That's why he took it off. So that's the story. Don't live a life with no honor and be a pussy.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So,
But
back to me. Hold on. Sorry. Back to me. I don't want to make it sound like I'm kind of shitting on it, but I didn't hate it. Like, because I'm still thinking about it, which is what the movie wants you to do, right? It wants you to make you think about it. But so I'm thinking about it now, and it was just like, maybe when I left the theater, I was like, well, that fucking sucked. But now as I think about it more, I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like, yeah, it was still boring and way too long in my opinion, but it was, like, it did have intriguing moments. Like, I do kind of like the way, like Jeremiah said, it built the suspense up to where then it pretty much came to nothing.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
So did he live, Gowan, whatever his name is, did he live to have a daughter? Did he stay for the after credit scene?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I read that after we left the theater and saw that there was the post credits of like his supposed daughter picking up his crown.
Yeah, this little girl playing with King Arthur's crown.
Yeah, as soon as that movie ended, I walked right out.
He was up before the credits even started.
Well, I was thinking, like, will it be an end credit? And I'm like, nah. Like, Marvel just has us punked all the time. But I guess I was wrong.
Yeah. I thought, well, kind of coinciding with what you guys were saying about it, like building something up, and it was ended up being like a unsuspenseful moment or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think they knew that, like with one of the lines that the Green Knight said to him, he was like, "This is it. Like I'm here. Like, and this is it. Like this is seriously it." And the dude's like, "What else do you expect?" And I think that kind of goes with the theme of the movie, where at the end it's you're gonna die. You're gonna die either way you live your life. And he's just like, "This is it. Like I'm just gonna die." It was like, "Yeah, you're gonna die. You just live life and then you die, and that's it." And so that's when he had the flashback of, or the fast forward of,
Right.
I could live my life this way, or I could be, what I'm supposed to be, what I set out this journey to be, and to be a real honorable knight,
And die.
and die with honor,
Right.
and doing the right thing, even though, he messed up along the way. That's why he got in trouble with the bandits and stuff, or that, he didn't follow all the rules with the Lord Baelish or whatever. But it was to show, like, you can be imperfect and still be an honorable person. And so I did like that theming, but and it kind of, the movie lets you get there by yourself. It doesn't feed you anything. You get no treats along the way. You gotta fucking earn. Right.
So my thing is, so he saw the flash forward, right? And he saw that, he
Yeah.
kind of turned out to be a dick and it was like an empty life. Couldn't he have just left anyway and changed that?
But that,
Like,
but
hey,
that was the point. Like,
I'm just
at the
going to go back
beginning-
and not be this dick.
But at the beginning, when he challenged them and no one stood up, right? And these were all knighted men of the round table, and none of them volunteered themselves on behalf of the king. So he grabs his sword, or he's given the Excalibur, and he swipes his head off. But what does the Green Knight say? He says, "What mark you do to me, I'll repay you in a year." So he could have cut him in the arm. He could have
Yeah, that's why I was
sliced
just
him.
like, you're fucking stupid. Why'd you do that?
Because it was about his pride. He thought there was a certain way to be a knight, to have chivalry, and it was about tearing that down and then finding his own way. Because, yeah, he could have ran away and not been a dick, but what does that mean? He still didn't get hit.
He lived a good
still
life.
didn't take the blow.
Lived a good life.
So
As
are you
king.
truly a knight of the round table? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
I think part of it was like he's a coward, right? Like wearing that little sash, right? Like that's not something that you think a knight would do. Like, it's kind of cheating in a sense. It's like taking steroids.
Shit, I wore that shit too.
I mean,
I would've-
I'm not sure I'd be walking around with a cum rag all the time.
Dude.
I'm trained on false story. I'm not nothing of a round table.
Yeah.
What-
I definitely don't want to walk around with a cum rag.
And for all those not knowing what we're really referencing, there's a scene where he's tempted by this lord's lady,
He's seduced.
and
Which I would have
so-
been seduced
so-
too.
so he didn't have sex with her.
That's what I was like. I wanted to ask you. I was
So
like,
I thought-
so are they?
I think he just pre-cummed.
I know. See, I thought
Or he got jacked off by her.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or he jacked off.
I think
instead
she
of
was doing it.
smashing her.
I think she was doing it. She was giving him HJ.
Oh.
Yeah. Handy J.
Handy.
Old fashioned, as they
Yeah.
call it.
Which I mean,
Stop talking about men's health. Next time.
I'm just saying, I was curious as to what happened because it kind of leaves you to infer. And
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
after that scene, I was like, Joel Edgerton came up with that board, and he's like, "Oh shit, he got a gift for him. What's his gift now?"
well,
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
I was saying when he was like,
What you get, or what I give to you, you give to me, or whatever he said.
when he's made that rule or whatever. I
Yeah.
looked at Leo. I was like, God damn, he's gonna have to suck his dick. Because we all know that lady wanted him. I was like, don't make the deal, don't make the deal.
well, thankfully it didn't come down to that.
No.
And
Like that dude on the Fire Fest.
Oh, God.
but
I was ready to do it.
I don't know. I thought overall it was a captivating movie. What I'm gonna score it though, I'm still debating in my head how I'm gonna score it because I don't know if to score it as like an entertainment movie or as.
What do you mean by entertainment, though? So, like, I guess for me that was entertaining. I enjoy really long shots. I enjoy that establishment of the scene and of the silence. I like silence because it shows how an actor can really act, if they can really act.
I mean, I like that too, but I didn't like this.
Well,
Like, for instance, Dunkirk, right? If
Ooh, I
we're
love
going
that.
back, Dunkirk was one of my favorite movies, probably my favorite movie of that year. And there was hardly any talking in that movie.
But there's a difference though. This movie it's like an old fashioned movie, right? Like old fashioned movies have very long shots. Now today, modern movies are like 3 seconds, 4 seconds each shot. So things are constantly moving, things are exploding. So Dunkirk, a lot of things were moving, a lot of things were exploding, even though they weren't talking. It was action
But it
packed.
also had, like, long shots too.
Not like this movie. This movie was like a fucking establishing shot, scrapbook. This thing had every establishing shot it could do.
I will say that if I didn't watch this movie in theaters, I probably wouldn't have finished it. Like, if I was just watching it on TV or one of the streaming apps, I probably would have turned it off. Maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, I think it would have.
I guess
Or watch it in 2 sets.
the part I meant about entertaining is like it's kind of weird too because I found it entertaining. I guess I don't have the word for it, but
Intrigued. Like, if you're intrigued by it, like,
But-
entertained. Like, if I'm captivated, I want to know what's going to happen. I'm entertained at the moment.
Well, I mean, like, too, from an experience as in, Endgame I could watch 100 times over, right? Mm-hmm. That's super, like, it's like candy. But...
Yeah, but that's a
like,
pretty formulaic.
If you go to a play,
Mm-hmm.
you get that one experience of
Right.
that play, and it's not something you really can recreate if you just go to see that play again. It's an overall experience. That's kind of how I felt with this movie. Like, I don't know if I'd watch it again, but I did enjoy the experience of watching it.
Right.
What were you saying, Dre?
I need to watch it. I need to watch it again personally. I mean, like I said, I didn't know enough about it to really enjoy it. Like, the whole time I spent my time like, the hell's going on? Like, the fuck? And then I'm looking up some stuff anyways. Now, like I said, I don't know. I just didn't have enough background. And this was a movie that I felt like needed some background of Arthurian tales to really fully grasp what was going on. Of course, at the end it made more sense, but the whole time I was just like, kind of like, what the fuck?
I'm not watching it again.
Well, what's your guys' real ratings? Or what would you say?
It's at a 5, right?
Yeah, 5.
5 wheels.
You're going to get 5 out of 5?
No, I was just saying that. Someone else go first. I don't know yet. I'm thinking.
I got mine.
Go ahead.
I have a certified rating for it.
Let's hear it.
So, like I said, I was entertained by it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was intriguing, captivating, and visually pleasing. But there were some lulls where I was...
Lulls or lows?
Lulls. Like a lull. I don't know. I don't know.
It's like you mixed the two words, like you weren't
Lull.
sure.
A lull.
What if going east?
But I'm going to give it a 3.75.
Damn.
It's a bit of a cop-out, I feel like. Because I want to give it a 3.5. But then I'm like, I like it. And I almost do want to revisit it in a way. Because now that I have more insight into everything that's going on, I wanted to see what the movie would be like to just experience. And not have to try and think about what's going on. Like, I know what's going on.
So now you can just see.
Now I can just
find detail.
Experience the detail and the visuals of it.
And also watch it with subtitles, because there was some stuff I was like, they're not even saying words.
You know what?
There was a lot of audio that was like...
I'm going to change that before we make it official. I'm going to go 3.5. 3.5. That's a slight change, but big change in my book. Big change. So 3.5 for me.
Go ahead, Dre.
For me, I really want to do it like in school when you didn't fail a class, but you didn't turn in all your work, so your teacher want to fail you. Give it an incomplete. So I really want to do.
You want to give it an
But
incomplete?
Right now, I think yeah, because I didn't complete the work. I have to go.
Give it an incomplete
7,
then.
somewhere between 2.5 and 2.7. Like I don't know. I think this is a movie that definitely I should have watched the trailer. One, I would have known. Hey, don't go in this movie thinking it's about to be some sword fighting. So that definitely would have been helpful. That would have kind of set a standard for my expectations.
So you think after knowing what you know now, a second viewing you might change your score?
The second thing I might. I mean, not after knowing what I just know now. I got to learn some more about Sir Garwin.
Right.
But knowing the history definitely changes. As a regular viewer, just not knowing anything, going in blind, 2.5 probably. 2.7. 2.6. 7.
You gotta lay it somewhere.
All right, I'll go. The best part for me was the actors.
Yeah.
Is it Dev Patel?
Dev Patel,
Dev Patel. I really like him a lot.
I did
think
too.
I think
I
he was
did
really
too.
good in this movie. I think everybody was really good in this movie. Him, the guy who played King Arthur, was good. Is it Joel Edgerton?
Yeah.
I thought he was.
Edgerton, yeah.
He had a short role, but he was good. And like I said, I mean, every time Alicia Vikander came on screen, I was there. I was for it. I'm gonna give it a 2. Maybe after a second viewing, I would rate it higher, but I really don't want to watch it again. I don't feel the need to. It was long. It was boring. Yeah, a 2 for me. I'm giving it 2. It sucked.
You just like compliment it over and over. Yeah.
It's fucking sucks.
It's trash.
Alright. I guess I'm gonna be the highest score.
Go for it.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Oh, I thought you were going 5.
Oh, hell no.
Crazy.
No, 5 is only reserved for like Godfather 2 or some shit. No, I liked it a lot. But that being said, I definitely wouldn't like suggest it to anyone. Like if I knew that person and I was like, I know that's what he like or what they like or whatever, I'd be like, yeah, watch it. But I wouldn't say this is a movie that is like gonna get cross appeal or like wide appeal from a wide audience. It's definitely not. It definitely didn't. I mean, someone walked out of the movie when we were in there.
Yeah, I forgot
Like
about
45
that.
minutes in, they walked out. And I was like looking at the crowd like, yeah, they're not going to enjoy this. Like it's...
I will fight too.
What'd you say, Trey?
So he thought there was gonna be some sort.
Dude.
But yeah, like I wouldn't suggest it to anyone, but I liked it a lot, and I'll definitely watch it again. I'm actually trying to figure out when I can watch it again.
I think at some point I will revisit it with that new perspective too, and I think I might enjoy it more.
I just liked it, like that scene at the end when they're in the chapel, and they would the camera was literally on the Greeen Knight for like what, a minute, to the point where it was like you start feeling uncomfortable, like you get that feeling like it's really long. Is something
Yeah.
gonna happen or not, right?
And in my head,
I like that.
And in my head, I was screaming, "Wake the fuck up! He's here!"
But it's like, so they build up all that suspense, and then all of a sudden they drop it, like, and then me as a viewer, I'm like, why was I suspenseful, right? Like, that's what the movie was doing. I liked it. I like it. I like when that happens. To me, that's an experience that I like. And that movie was full of them.
I was like, yeah, act, psych. Get his head chopped off.
I think also if I was being a Green Knight myself while viewing the movie, if you know what I mean.
I didn't until you said that.
No, I didn't either.
It's like,
That I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But I went in completely sober, so. But I think if you are a Green Knight and you go into this, there might be some different. The visuals would be hitting crazy, I'm sure.
They were.
Oh, I didn't know we had some Green Knights here.
Yeah, they were.
not I.
But
Not
any closing thoughts? I guess I feel like we hit all the notes on this one.
I like this one because, I mean, you kind of had two of us. It was kind of like a 2-on-2 thing. You know what I mean? Two of us liked it. Two of us didn't. I think it's the first movie where we were really
Pretty split.
split.
Yeah.
Well, I also think I think Andre's take on it
And mine.
was well. I'm saying Andre's because he didn't go in with any of the knowledge of the trailers or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like to go in completely blind is an interesting perspective. I kind of like that. Like there's some movies coming up that I want to go in without watching the trailer. Spider-Man. I'm not watching the trailer.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'll be on the sideline for that one. I'm going in fresh.
There's no way.
Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
If they come up with the trailer maybe like a month before, then I'll go blind. But if they hit me like in a couple weeks, I'm watching it.
I might
You
time.
switched up real fast.
I might-
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll break.
Just
You're right.
depends.
I ain't got no willpower.
But I think the next movie we for sure are reviewing is Suicide Squad.
Yeah, we need to watch that.
So
ASAP.
we just got to watch it this week whenever anyone gets the time, HBO Max or in theater. I kind of be interested to. Oh, you've already seen it, so you're ready. You're ready to review. You watched it on HBO.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah, I watched it too.
Would you recommend HBO watching, or do you think it'd be different in the theater?
Me personally, I'm like Julius from Everybody Hates Chris, so I would definitely recommend HBO watching.
Yeah, if I'm
Yeah, I
already
would agree.
if I'm already paying for HBO Max monthly,
I would
I'm
agree.
gonna watch it on there.
And plus, like, I don't want to pay extra for a movie I don't want to watch. Like, knowing that I could watch it on HBO was like, I'll watch it for sure. But I was on the fence when I thought I had to go to the theater.
Okay, I was just asking. Shit.
I definitely want to watch it.
No, you're an idiot.
But well, I guess that wraps up this week's
Yeah.
pod. I think the next one's going to be pretty interesting as well. I'm already feeling like the opinions are going to be a little bit split on that Suicide Squad as well.
Oh, I think it will be.
I don't know. I'm not gonna go into a movie already thinking if I'm gonna like it or not. I mean, I try not to do that. So
Well, I ain't gonna
And my thing, if I go into a movie thinking it's gonna be shit, then I'm gonna try and make it shit, no matter if it's good or not.
I did that with Black Widow, and I kind of liked it, so I thought that movie was gonna be shit. I was kind of right, but I like it.
Did you get like a 2?
What'd you say?
Did you get Black Widow like a 2? Carrie?
No, I gave it a 3, 3.5. No, what did I give it? 3?
I give it a 3.
3.5. I gave it 3.5.
I think
I don't remember.
I don't think anyone was below 3.
No, I don't think I was.
I think
below.
people were.
I don't
I
think
think
I
you
was
were
too.
below 3, Levi.
Well,
I don't remember, to be honest.
I liked Green Knight better than Black Widow.
Yeah, you're high.
Yeah, I would.
You are the
100%
Green Knight then.
agree.
As
100% agree.
as we can see, Jeremiah and Levi try to be Mr. Eaper the Roper, whatever they call it. I have no clue what they're talking about. So keep on listening to my takes and what I think about the movies, because I'm normally going to be right. So
Stephen A. Max Keller.
Sorry that we like to have a more artistic perspective on film.
I like explosions, and I like when that person dies in the movie. That makes me happy. That's what I'm getting from your taste.
from my taste,
Yeah.
Izzy is I liked it because she was hot.
that's a lot.
Yep. I liked. You know what I liked about the Green Knight the most is that one woman was really hot.
I said she was good acting. I didn't say anything about her being hot. I just said when she was on screen, I was intrigued.
You said I wasn't.
She didn't have any
Intrigued.
lines.
You said it like that.
She did. She had a lot of lines.
Don't even front.
I
Don't
didn't
even
say anything
front.
about her being hot.
Don't even
I
front.
said she was the best thing in the movie.
Why?
Oscar
Why
worthy,
was
maybe.
she the best?
Oscar worthy, maybe.
Because of what?
Because of her acting, duh.
Oh, you lying through your teeth.
Well,
You know it was that low cut dress.
I remember her having one on, but all right.
well, anyways. Well, I think that wraps up this week's discussion.
And I do like explosions and death in movies. So what?
All I'm saying is your taste is formulaic.
Yeah. And I also like drama and suspense and thrillers and everything else. But I don't like 3-hour boring-ass movies about
like-
some dude walking
You like cornball shit.
and it's confusing as fuck. I didn't like that shit. Talking foxes and a lady that says she has her head cut off, but she doesn't. Shit was weird. And freaking giants coming out of nowhere for 5 seconds of the movie and howling.
Why does it need to be explained? That's my problem. Like that's my thing. It's like why do you need an explanation?
Why
for
were
that?
they in the movie?
Why do you need an explanation though?
That was stupid. That was the dumbest part of the movie.
The movie wasn't made to tell why
Let
the
me
giants
get on your
was there.
let me get on your shoulder.
They weren't. It wasn't made
10
to tell
seconds
you why
later,
a
they're
fox
gone.
was speaking.
They were in the movie for 10 freaking seconds, looking like Attack on Titan.
Dude, that's what I thought too.
Freaking nipples showing.
Not wrong.
I'm like, this is weird.
I thought that was Attack on Titan too.
I mean, look. Yeah, I like explosions and shit too. But there's a fine line. And I think Fast and the Furious is where I draw that line.
See, I like that.
And the Green Knight might be where I draw the line on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
As far as
That's fair.
Yeah.
this was pretty artsy, I enjoyed it. But any more artsy, I don't know if I'd be able to understand or comprehend. I was able to comprehend what was happening.
Yeah.
And that was enough.
I like I said, I just didn't. I didn't have enough background information about this. That's my biggest gripe.
I think going in with some previous knowledge it does definitely help this movie.
I also like musicals.
I love musicals.
In the Heights was my favorite movie of the year so far. No deaths or explosions there.
That's a terrible musical. If you want to talk about musicals, we can. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
Just saying.
West Side Story is my favorite musical. Ugh.
What's your favorite?
No, I was making fun of Izzy.
I didn't say West Side Story is my favorite musical.
You might as well. Cats.
Actually, it's Grease, but whatever.
Oh no.
I've never seen In the Heights.
No.
Grease is awesome.
I don't like Grease.
Of course you don't.
Always touching each other's crotches.
What now?
It's Lin-Manuel Miranda,
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big Hamilton guy, so I'm probably liking the hype.
Yeah, I like Hamilton.
I've never seen Hamilton.
It's good.
Isn't that like a big Broadway show?
It's super, super popular.
Easy ain't never seen it either.
What? It's like 3 hours long, dude.
Dude, you would love that.
I probably would. I just need to find time to watch it. I can't do long movies, dude.
Jeremiah,
What's up?
doesn't Izzy look like the dude who played George Washington?
Have you guys ever seen the movie Soul? Because Dre's literally dressed like that cartoon right now. Looking like a freaking animated Jamie Foxx. So.
Hold on, I'm about to pull this dude up.
Oh my gosh. Well, anywho. He's showing the picture of the guy from Hamilton.
Sing that one more time for us.
All right, before this divulges into just a roast session, I'm gonna wrap this up. So thank you once again for joining us on the Reelmasters podcast. We'll be back next week. As always, keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.